Hello, hello, and welcome to the weekly energy weather report with me, Irina, energy alchemist and spiritual life guide. It is my joy to be here and give you a little insider look at what to expect from the energetic weather up ahead. So let's just kick off with there's a full moon this week on Friday. Very exciting, full moon in Aries. This is what we've been building up to, and let's talk about it. So I'm guided to start right off the bat with a card reading. So I invite you to place your hand on your heart, tune into your energy, and just ask yourself, what is it most important that I know about this full moon in Aries that's coming up on Friday? What's most important? Because what this is going to enable you to do is to work with the energy a little differently. The Magician. I love it. So the Magician is a card that says, you know what? You have all the tools you need right at your hand to make the magic happen, basically to make your dreams come true. So stop looking outside of yourself, claim your own power, and recognize your gifts and talents to shape your reality, to engage with the energy. The thing that I really love about this particular rendition of the Magician from the Light Seers Tarot is that you have the infinity symbol, both on the crown as well as the work of the magician themselves. They're co-creating with the universe. So when it comes to manifesting, creating your dreams, it is a dance with the divine. It's not something that, we just sit in a corner with our eyes closed and we wish for it and we wish for it and we visualize it and we feel it. But we take note of the impulses, the intuitive hits, the inklings that come our way, and we take action. So with this full moon, there's a lot that can be created when you tune in with the divine to create your heart's desire. Okay, so stay tuned for more full moon stuff this week. In the meantime, what to expect? Okay, so I always go to my handy dandy trusty Inside of the Moon journal, and many of you have it. I love that it's shiny on the front, because using this, it helps me keep track of where the moon is on a daily basis. And that enables me to really check in and say, wow, you know what? My emotions feel this way. This is what my heart is leading me towards. And it's not really so much heart, but it's the feelings, it's the intuitive hits that sometimes emotions get so big, they cloud our mind and we beat ourselves up. So if we pay attention to where the moon is, it gives you a lot of insight into the days that would be great for certain activities. So for example, we kick off the week with the moon in Aquarius, and the moon is growing. It's in a phase called Waxing Gibbous. And as the moon grows from Aquarius to Pisces to the full moon in Aries on Friday, and then into Taurus at the end of the week, what's happening is in a Waxing Gibbous phase, your dreams, you're starting to see little little like fruits coming up on the tree, rewards for the actions you've taken. So at the beginning of my journal, what I do is I talk about each of the moon phases. So, okay, new moon, that's when we plan our dream, our intention, we nurture it and grow it during that first growing phase until we get to the first quarter where we start to refine things. And now that you're in the Waxing Gibbous phase, you're continuing to adjust your actions as necessary. So you might find that this is the point where you start to question yourself or have doubt. You don't want to run out of steam. Give yourself plenty of rest time so that you can keep building into your dream. Now, with the moon in Aquarius, where we're starting off with it, the biggest thing that I want you to be aware of, when I lost my page there, is that Aquarian energy is a type of energy that allows you to rise above and detach from the chaos and the emotional fray. So if there is something that you have to do where it might feel like, oh, I just felt too overwhelmed by emotions, I felt too close to the situation, I couldn't get past my feelings, today's a day to have that conversation, and Tuesday as well. And then as you go into the rest of the week and we get to Pisces is definitely more about feeling that energy and the emotions. Pisceans are naturally intuitive and psychic, and they feel to such great depths. They're very empathic. So Piscean energy on Wednesday and even into Thursday, you might find, okay, I need to make room and space for my feelings. Maybe you need some time with music, some time alone, just some space. It might be a tougher day to be out in crowds. Monday and Tuesday, if you have a lot of errands to run with the moon in Aquarius, you're going to find that it's easier to be out in the fray and the mix of people. Also, you might find new innovative creative solutions. But Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to encourage you, spend that for more reflective, meditative time, especially as we get ready for the full moon. Tune in to intuitive downloads. Am I on the right path? Is there any adjustment that needs to be made as I'm bringing this dream into being? And then come Friday with the full moon in Aries. Aries is an energy that's bold and passionate. Go for it, it says. So with that full moon, I encourage you, some of the rituals that I use from inside of the moon in order to harness those energies. What I do is, this is a dateless journal. So you can start and stop anywhere you like. Heck, you could even pick up during the same month in different rhythms if you want. But every month has a sacred geometric shape. And the one that matches the process that I'm in right now is a Sri Yantra. So for me this week with the full moon and throughout the week, the sacred ritual that I'm going to practice is focusing and meditating on the Sri Yantra. And I have information about what is the Sri Yantra, how to work with it, how to incorporate it, because when I set up my week in this way, where I can see all the phases of the moon, and I know I'm in a week of adjustment, I'm tweaking, I'm fine-tuning things as I'm working towards my dream. I'm going to make sure that I maintain and protect my energy midweek, because it's a point where I might run out of steam. And I also, because if we plan to fail, we fail to plan, I set my intention for the week. And my intention this week really is to mime the gap or to pause the gap. And even before I looked to see where the moons were, intuitively, I felt drawn to that. So know that you'll find as you use this process and system that you'll feel into exactly what you need for the week. So my top 3 things, I list them, the crystal I'm using with the week, which I also give suggestions in the journal of what to use. My ritual, I mentioned, it's a focal point meditation on the Sri Yantra. And then how am I going to feed my spirit or nourish my soul? I'm going to go for walks. So what this does is I can wrap my week and planet around the intuitive energies all around me. And instead of beating myself up on those days where, like Wednesday and Thursday, I might just want to really have quiet time and just be with music and maybe be a little bit alone and separate. I'm not going to beat myself up that I'm not going to networking events or really trying to be big and bold. That'll be Friday with the full moon. And this full moon is a super moon because it's one of the closest moons that we're having to Earth. So get out there at moonrise to see how bright and big and bold and beautiful it'll be on the horizon. Super moon just means the moon intensity. We're going to feel it. It's going to be amplified a little bit more. It's closer to Earth, so the gravitational pull is bigger. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tune in every week at 9:30 for the Energy Weather Report on Mondays. And hey, if you don't have your Inside of the Moon journal, what are you waiting for? Click the link around the video to grab it. And I have exciting news that will support the journal for those of you who want to go deeper with it. All right. Lots of love. Catch you on the flip side, guys. And hey, make sure you share this with a friend too who could benefit from this little weather report. Bye.